Alrighty there, friends. Happy Monday. Welcome to the Monday Night Playalong Bluegrass Jam. This is the slow jam, the first jam of the evening. We'll ramp our way up through the mid-tempo and the fast jam as we go. Just a quick sort of recap of how this works. I'm going to give you just a brief run-through of the song. I'm assuming that you all are bluegrass players and are familiar with a lot of this material. If not, join us here on Mondays and you will become familiar with it very quickly. But I'm going to give you, like we would at a real jam, I might just kind of, at a real coached jam, right? A real slow jam. I'll give you a quick run through of the song and then we're just going to play it. And I will also give you an example of how I might kick it off, on the guitar obviously, but you'll get the melody in your head a little bit and then you can improvise, or if you already know the song pretty well and have a kickoff, you'll be ready and I'll count you in and you will kick off the song and I will back you up, okay? So you play your nice little kickoff introduction and then I will sing a verse and a chorus. And then I usually take the first break, and you can back me up, play rhythm to me, right? And we'll have the click track going the whole time to keep us in time. So I'll play a solo or a break, which might kind of give you some ideas of what you can do on your break. The idea is that you have somebody to play off of, because that is one of the reasons that jamming helps us improve our playing, is having other players to play off of and soak up their ideas. Double checking my tuning here. So we're going to start off with a song, and then next verse chorus I will cue you to play your break. I'll say pick it or play it, right? And then it's your turn and I will back you up on your break. And then we'll just do this just like we do at a regular bluegrass jam, except it's just you and me. Okay? So and then, you know, cues, this is a tag, and this is to end it if I stick the headstock down, because you can't see my feet. At a real jam, this would be a tag like normal, and a foot kick would be the ending. Okay? So, rough and rocky. Don't this road look rough and rocky in the key of G? I sing it pretty much like Flat and Scruggs, but I kind of have my own little version of the phrasing because I've known this song for a long time and it's evolved into my style. But it's straight up enough that you can sing all the verses with me in harmony if you know this, because of course Flat and Scruggs sang this in 3-part harmony all the way through all the verses and the chorus. So here's how it goes. In the key of G, a 1 and 1 4 1. 1 and 1 and a 5. 1 and 1 4 1. 5 5 back to 1. And then we go to the 4 chord on the chorus. Don't this road look rough and rocky? There's back to the 1. 1 and 1 to the 5. 1 and 1 4 1. 5 5 5 and 1. I always use the number system, right? Because you got to know your number system. If you don't know it and you need help, hit me up. I can help you. But we got a group who knows this, so I just go right along and get into it. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the click track so you can hear this. Of course, I always have this on the backbeat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I'll slow it down just a little bit for this song. And here's how I might kick it off. And this is how I'm going to count you in. So I'm counting myself in as a reference here. Check this out. I'll kick it off this way. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. that's how I might kick off the song. Just a nice version of the melody with a little bit of cross picking and other filigree in there. So whatever your style is, go ahead and kick us off, and let's play Don't This Road Look Rough and Rocky in G. Here you go. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. First verse. Darling, I have come to tell you, though it almost breaks my heart, but before the morning, darling, we'll be many miles apart. Don't this road look rough and rocky? Don't that sea look wide and deep? Don't my baby look the sweetest when she's in my arms asleep? I will play it. Second verse. Can't you hear the night birds crying far across the deep blue sea, while of others you are thinking? Won't you sometimes think of me? Don't this road look rough and rocky? Don't that sea look wide and deep? Don't my baby look the sweetest when she's in my arms asleep? Play it. One more kiss before I leave you. One more kiss before we part. You have caused me lots of trouble, darling, you have broke my heart. Last chorus. Don't this road look rough and rocky? Don't that sea look wide and deep? Don't my baby look the sweetest when she's in my arms asleep? Okay. Fun. Another one of these accusatory songs of attachment in bluegrass, right? It's always the other person's fault. It's always someone's fault. Every now and then the man will take the blame and say, I take the blame, but they usually blame it on someone else. Aren't you glad we live in a society where there's counseling and we know that this isn't just the way it is? Anyway, here we go. Hand me down my walking cane. But first I'm going to check out the live stream, make sure it's working. I hope you were singing along with that. That's a fun song to sing harmony with. And it's pretty common to use that as an example for teaching harmony singing at bluegrass camps and workshops. Okay, looks like we're running. Make sure you chime in and let us know what you're doing, where you are, how you're doing, what you are playing with us tonight. All right, and then moving on to the YouTube channel. Stand by. Making sure this thing's working. And it's working. Okay, I'll come chime in on the chats here in a moment. Okay, looks like we're on. All right, so let's move on to Hand Me Down My Walking Cane in the key of G. Here's how it goes. And a one, and a one, and a five, back to one, and a four, and a four, and a one, and a one, one, and a five, and a one. I might go. That's how I might kick it off. Why don't you get yourself ready and kick us off here on this good old song, Hand Me Down My Walking Cane, in the key of G. Now we'll keep it nice and slow here for the slow jam, but we'll be a little quicker than we were on that last song. Okay, here we go. Hand Me Down My Walking Cane, kick us off. A one, two, 1, 2, 3. I got high and I got in jail. Lord, I got high and I got in jail. I got high and I got in jail. Ain't no one to go my bail. My sins, they have overtaken me. Chorus. Hand me down they have overtaken me. I'll play it. If come on, Ma, won't you go my bail? It's come on, Ma, won't you go my bail? Come on, Ma, won't you go my bail? Get me out of this Nashville jail. My sins, they have overtaken me. Hand me down I'm gonna leave on the morning train. My sins, they have overtaken me. Play it. Well, the beans was tough and the meat was fat. Lord, the beans was tough and the meat was fat. The beans was tough and the meat was fat. Oh, good God, I couldn't eat that. My sins, they have overtaken me. Hand me down down my walking cane. I'm gonna leave on the morning train. My sins, they have overtaken me. I'll play it, then you play right after me. If I die in Tennessee, Lord, if I die in Tennessee, if I die in Tennessee, ship me back by COD. My sins, they have overtaken me. Last chorus. Hand me down my walking cane. Lord, hand me down my walking cane. Hand me down my walking cane. I'm gonna leave on the morning train. My sins, they have overtaken me. All right. Now we're picking. How's everyone doing out there? Let's check in on the YouTube page. Big Dan in Wisconsin. Back from camp and ready to pick. All right. Dearson. Retro shirt. Hey, you know, I'm just dressing comfy tonight. Mike LeBlue, ready to roll in Sandston, Virginia. Hey, Kevin in State Road, North Carolina. Right on. That's some bluegrass country there. Robert Vianney in Pomfret, Connecticut. Tyler Shipley, sorry for mispronouncing that. I think you straightened me out on that once before. Tyler, thank you for playing along. Joe, plucking in the 6th string in Mexico City. All right, Ciudad de Mexico. Dave Schmidt in the Jersey Pines. Ford Huntington, the coolest name on YouTube, picking along in Salt Lake City on the guitar. Randy Martin picking along in Denver, right on. Doug Hercom picking along. Jeff Campbell in Fort Worth, right on. Good to see you. John Fritz in Canton, Connecticut, all right. And David Vincent in Red Wing, Minnesota, right on. Thanks everybody for picking along on YouTube. If you're watching this on the archive, this is a great chance to kind of warm up to the next song or something while I'm acknowledging everybody in the live chats. Hello, Sage, my good old friend. Sandy in Bakersfield picking the banjo. Lee, south of the border, you're in Mexico as well. All right. Michelle from Edmonds, Washington. All right. David in New Mexico, sitting in on guitar for the slow jam. Fun. So David knows the drill. He's here every week. And, you know, this is a great opportunity to work on something that you're not playing often. As you saw our cabin friend working on the mandolin there from the mid-tempo jam. Colin Burns in the UK. Good morning over there across the pond. To you, sir. Hi, Donna. Donna Shear. Hi, Aaron in Saranac Lake, New York. Mark Van in Summersville, South Carolina. All right. Jerry Morgan in Southeast Texas. Aaron, your love is like a flower. Good call. Let's do that next week. Al Robertson in Casa Grande, Arizona. Very cool. Alan Miratet, just over the hill in Crest. Hey, all right, a local in San Diego County. I go hiking up at the Crest Ridge Preserve every now and then. My mom volunteers there. Michelle in White Rock, New Mexico. All right. Richard in North Carolina, Morgantown, from the great Shuffler family, just up the road. All right. George Shuffler, a hero in this style. Richard Dorset, picking along in Tacoma. Hi, Skip Strickland. Hi, Mary McGowan in Sacramento, California. Hi, Don Butterworth in Powassan, Ontario. Okay, got a lot of regulars and some new names there. Thank you so much for picking along. It's great being here in our little international Monday night jam community. I hope you all are making friends with each other out there as well. Okay, so we're going to bring this song right back that we played last week because it's fresh, and I figured we should probably just go ahead and review it again. In the key of G minor, this is the Old Riverman. And this is a really neat song that was a collaboration between Bill Monroe and John Hartford. Hartford, who was an old riverman himself. So I'm capoing 3. I'm going to try to get this a little bit better in tune. I'm capoing 3 here to play out of E minor position. So whatever you decide to do, go ahead and get yourself set up for the key of G minor. So this goes like this. It goes, and a 1, and then a 1, and a 4 major to the flat 7, to the 5 and a 1. So that's the main progression. It goes to the 4, which is a C major, or I'm playing an A major here because I'm capoed, and then F major. Again, I'm playing a D major because I'm capoed. But that's a 4 major to a flat 7 in the key of G minor. And then the 5 chord, a D7, but I'm capoed, so I'm playing B7. And then back to E minor, G minor. So again, I'll say the numbers. 1, and a 1, and a 1. To the 4, flat 7, and a 5, and a 1. So it does that twice. Then the B part goes to the 4, and then it goes to the 1, but a major version of the 1. Back to the 4, and then the 5, and then you stop, and then back to the 1. Old Riverman's blue is a working on the river with the Riverman blues. So what we're going to do today that's slightly different is we're going to take the solos through the entire form of the song. So you're going to kick it off like this. that's the kickoff, just on the verse. Or the A part, I should say. When we get to the solos, I'm going to play that. Okay, I'll start it and play over that A part, and then I'll pass it on to you for the B part. Da, 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 and then you keep going. Da, 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 da. So then I'll sing another verse and a chorus, or A part, B part. There's not really necessarily a chorus on this song. And then you start it, the next round of breaks, you start it on that A part, the minor, and then pass it to me when it goes to the 4 chord, and I'll play the second half, okay? So you kick it off just on the A part, twice through. I'll sing it, and then I'll play an A part and pass it to you for the B part. 2 A parts and then a B part. And you keep going, the B part and the A part. Then I'll sing another verse, A part, B part, and then you start it on the A part and pass it to me for the B part. Okay? You'll get it once we get into this. And I'm going to double check because there's something that's a little off here. Here we go, the Old Riverman in G minor. You're going to kick us off. Find a good tempo. This is really slow, almost like a dirge. So let's... A little slower. Here at the slow jam, we play things a little slower than they really go, right? Okay, so kick us off here on the Old Riverman in the key of G minor. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Old Riverman's lonesome, the old Riverman's blue. He's a-working on the river with the Riverman blues. On a lake-bed highway, that's the Riverman's home. Home is where the heart is, and he's all alone. But when he hears that steamboat whistle blow, he can feel that river in his soul. Oh, Riverman's lonesome, old Riverman's blue. He's a-working on the river with the Riverman blues. All started out. Mississippi River and the Ohio, Missouri and the Cumberland, Tennessee and Illinois, Monongahela, Allegheny, and the Big Illinois. But if you watch the old riverman's eyes, he knows just when that river's gonna ride. Old riverman's lonesome, old riverman's blue. He's a-working on the river with the Riverman Blues. You start this one. Old riverman's lonesome, the old riverman's blue. He's a-working on the river with the Riverman Blues. On a lake-bed highway, that's the riverman's home. And home is where the heart is, and he's all alone. But when he hears that steamboat whistle blow, he can feel that river in his soul. Oh, riverman's lonesome, old riverman's blue. He's a-working on the river with the Riverman Blues. He's a-working on the river with the Riverman Blues. Fun. Something a little different, right? We mostly do pretty standard material, but that's a fun song that just happens to go by pretty slow. So it's perfect for the slow jam. Okay, moving right along. Arkansas Traveler in the key of D. I'm going to go ahead and play this out of open D today. I'm going to double check my tuning after that. Now that song was never recorded by Bill Monroe or John Hartford as far as I know. I think the first recording of it was from Nashville Bluegrass. Oh, I'm tuning the wrong string. You ever do that? Tune the wrong one. Nashville Bluegrass Band with Alan O'Brien singing. And he's down in E minor on his version. New Century Blues, I think, is the name of the album. A great album from the Nashville Bluegrass Band. One of my favorite bands of all time, for sure. Throughout every one of their different configurations. They're always top notch. A little known piece of trivia is I had Pat Enright on my first album singing tenor on a couple songs. He sings the tenor on Good Morning Mr. Railroad Man from my first album. Okay, so we're in the key of D. Arkansas Traveler. I'm assuming you know this tune. It's a fiddle tune, but I'm going to kind of run you through the changes really quick. In D, 1 and a 1, 1 and 1, 5, 5, 5 and a 5 and 1 and a 1, 1 and 1, 1 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1, 2 times. And then the B part. 1, 4, 1 and 5, 1, 5, and 5, 1 and 5 and 1 and 5, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1 and 1 and 5 and 1. Okay? So I'm going to kick it off and let's play it twice through. I'll play it, you play it, I play it, you play it, and then you tag it. Good old Arkansas Traveler in D. Let's find a good tempo. I always kick off the instrumentals because it just makes more sense in this setting for me to do that. Here we go, Arkansas Traveler. Tiny bit faster. Here we go. In the key of D. Fun. That tune never really gets old for me. I just love it. Okay, Doin My Time. This is a makeup from a few weeks back where I missed this one on the set list. Doin My Time in the key of B. And this is sort of like the Flat and Scruggs version. There's lots of different versions of this one. As far as I know, it comes from Flat and Scruggs. So it goes on this old ride, long one, with a ball and chain, still still the 1. And then here, and a 1 and a 5 and a 1, Lord, Lord. And then the 4. Gotta do my time. Gotta do my time. To the 5. And on back to 1. And then right into the next break. And the breaks and the kickoff are simply this. Da, 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 da. 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a 1. 1, 1, 5 and a 1. And then again. Da, 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 1 and a 1. 1 and 5 and a 1. So if I'm kicking it off, I'll go something. Thinking about the mandolin from my little experience the other day. Anyway, whatever trail off licks you decide to do, go for it. That's how the kickoff goes, and that's how the breaks go. So I know you are going to play that really nicely right here at about this tempo. So go ahead and kick us off on Doing My Time in the key of B. 1, 2. 1 and a 2 and a 3. On this old rock pile, with a ball and chain, they call me by number, not a name, Lord, Lord. Gotta do my time. Aching heart and a worried mind. I got it. You can hear my hammer. Now you can hear my song. I'm on swinging like John Henry all day long, Lord, Lord. Gotta do my time. just a few more days. I'm gonna settle down and quit my rowdy ways, Lord, Lord, with that gal of mine, with that gal of mine. She'll be waiting for me when I done my time. Yeah. Well, I tried to cue you on that ending. There's different versions of the ending too, but that's sort of like the Flat and Scruggs version. And I skipped a verse because, hey, we all got our solos in, and there you go, Doing My Time. Fun song. Johnny Cash did a version of that. Lots of people have done versions of it, but that's sort of like the Flat and Scruggs version. Okay, I Know You're Married. Now, I'm just, these songs just keep popping into my head, and you all have sent in some requests, and that's great. I'm working those in. Remember to private message those to me so I can catch them, because I miss some things on the chats, of course. But this is one I thought of. That's a fun, sort of slow tempo, mid-tempo number from Reno and Smiley, and it's a great duet. If you've ever seen, when I saw the Bela Fleck show recently, I was shocked that Bela and Sam did not sing this, because this is one of their little, as part of their shtick, is to sing this as a duet together when they perform bluegrass shows. But anyhow, it's a fun Reno and Smiley song, and duet throughout. Guitar players, you have a chance to do your... I'm in D position, capo 2, and we're in the key of E. So anyway, the song goes like this. And a 1 and 1 and a 1 and 1. 1 and 1 and a 2 and a 5. So that 2 is a dominant chord. I'm playing an E7. The actual chord is an F sharp 7. To the 5, which is a B7. Of course, I'm playing A7 because I'm capoed. And a 1 and 1 and a 1 and 1. And 1 and 1 and a 5 and a 1. That's the song. So the thing about it is, once we get into it, we'll do breaks over the entire form, but we're going to split them, okay? So I'll start the first break and play like halfway through, and then I'll pass it over to you. In bluegrass style, we're here at home doing this jam along thing. Remember that in bluegrass style, we got lots of other instruments, and we have to remember these things, that typically on a song like this, we wouldn't play a full break. You definitely pass it along to another instrument. So let's not forget that in our desocialization habits, right? So we'll split the breaks. I'll start the first one and pass it to you. You start the second one and pass it to me. Now, here's the kickoff. The kickoff and the outro is this really cool Don Reno banjo thing. You know what I'm talking about? Have you heard this song? I'll try to approximate it here on the guitar, but it's like 1, 2, 3. Something like that. Right? Don Reno, and he just do the thumb. And that's one of the coolest things about this song. So that's how you're going to kick it off. Okay? But then once we get into the song, we'll take breaks over the entire form. Like I said, we're just going to split it. Okay? And then when we get to the outro, you're going to play that same figure again on the outro. And I'll say outro, and you play it at the end. Okay? I know this is the first time we've done this on the jam, so You will know it after all this. And that's about a good tempo, okay? So kick us off here on I Know You're Married, But I Love You Still, in the key of E. That short little turnaround kickoff. Here we go. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. The day I met you, my heart spoke to me. It said to love you through eternity. Not knowing that you were another's bride, I found I'd always be close by your side. You know I love you and I always will. I know you're married, but I love you still. I'll start. Now you take it. You broke the heart, dear, that would die for you. I'd give the world, dear, to belong to you. The game is over now, I know I've lost. My broken heart will have to pay the cost. You know I love you and I always will. I know you're married, but I love you still. Now you started. I got it. Last chorus. You know I love you and I always will. I know you're married, but I love you still. Outro. Fun. Okay, if you knew that song ahead of time, you were all over it, right? Singing the tenor and playing all the right parts. If this is the first time playing the song, that's part of my mission, is to turn you on to other cool traditional songs. This is from the 1950s, Reno and Smiley, just a great song. And I hope you check out the recording. You know, I post these set lists on Friday ahead of time, and it's not a bad idea, and many of you are probably way ahead of me on this, to like make a little playlist of the songs and listen to them a lot before the jam, so you're prepared. That's a great way to do it. And then you can call me out if I miss something, right? Okay, Edward Els, first time here. Hello from Fountain, Colorado. Thanks for picking along with us, Edward. Hi, Anthony Wilson. Thanks for playing along. Hi, David. David Anastos, jamming along. Jim Wilson from Mountain Lake, Smith Mountain Lake, Virginia. Very cool. All right, we got some folks chiming in the Facebook land and the YouTube. Dave Schmidt. Hello. Hello, Joe, the Old Riverman fun. Yeah, it's kind of a different, cool chord progression. Remember that Bill Monroe and John Hartford both were innovators. They really wanted to stretch the boundaries of the style, especially, you know, in the later years. In the beginning, Monroe was really pushing boundaries in a certain way, but he wasn't really pushing like different chord changes a lot. And then he got a little more creative with that as he got older. Okay, John in Canton, Ohio. Red Wing, Minnesota. James Floyd in Aledo, Texas. Cool. All right, well, if I miss anybody, I'm sorry. Just keep on chiming in, make friends, talk amongst yourselves. And let's move right along to the Gold Rush. Now, this song isn't titled Gold Rush, it's titled The Gold Rush, and it's written by Byron Berline. Dang it. Bill Monroe did not write this tune, but he got the credit for it. I mean, maybe he got, you know, some kind of, I don't know if he really truly got the credit for it, but this was indeed a Byron Berline composition, The Gold Rush, in A. We're just going to do the standard A part, B part, and we'll play it twice through. So it goes in A. No, 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 one and a one, one and a one and a one, and a one and one and one, one, five and five and a one, do 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 do. One and one and a five and a five and one. Four, one. And a one and a one and a four, one. Five and a one. Four, one. Five and a one. Okay, so I'll kick it off and it'll go me, you, me, you, and then you tag it, and that'll be it for the Gold Rush. Okay, let's see here. And we gotta turn this up a little bit, all right? We're still way under tempo for this, but we're a little quicker than we were on the last one. All right, I'm gonna kick us off on Gold Rush, and I'll kick off with Taters, okay? Here we go, twice through each in A. in case you're mystified as to what I was trying to play there, it's this lick. It's sort of a fancy arrangement I worked up once, and I was trying to remember it. But hey, you miss some sometimes. I bet you played it great. And if you do have some fun clips of yourself playing along, like our old cabin friend, go ahead and send them in, and I'll post some of them. Okay, Long Journey Home, and I want to know what you're playing. I want to see how you're doing out there. Long Journey Home in A, and we're going to go ahead and get right to this because we got to get ready for the mid-tempo jam, which is coming up in just a little over 10 minutes. 1 and 1, 1 and 1, 1 and a 1 and 4 and a 1, 1 and 1, 1 and a 1 and 1 and 5 and a 1. There it is, Long Journey Home, $2 bill. And we'll be a tiny bit quicker than we were because this is a fast song typically. But this is a very reasonable slow tempo for this one. So go ahead and kick us off on Long Journey Home, and then we will break and come back to the mid-tempo jam. Everybody come back, okay? And keep on picking with us. Long Journey Home in A, kick us off. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. $2 bill, boys, $2 bill. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. I'm on my long journey home. Cloudy in the east and looking like rain. Looking like rain, boys, looking like rain. Cloudy in the east and looking like rain. I'm on my long journey home. Chorus. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. $2 bill, boys, $2 bill. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. I'm on my long journey home. I got it. Black smoke go rising, surely is a train. Surely is a train, boys, surely is a train. Black smoke go rising, surely is a train. I'm on my long journey home. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. $2 bill, boys, $2 bill. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. I'm on my long journey home. Play it. sick and lonesome, feeling kindly blue. Feeling kindly blue, boys, feeling kindly blue. Homesick and lonesome, feeling kindly blue. I'm on my long journey home. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. $2 bill, boys, $2 bill. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. I'm on my long journey home. Me then you. Play. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. $2 bill, boys, $2 bill. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. I'm on my long journey home. I'm on my long journey home. Fun. Okay, this has been a great slow jam. Thank you all. We're going to be back in just about 5 minutes for the mid-tempo jam. So come on back. I'll see you there. Thanks.